going to flash back to the best All-Star moments in Utah Jazz history.
Back when it was a competitive game. That leads us to Indianapolis for our top story of the night. The 2024 NBA All-Star Game. The best players on the planet all together on one floor. Unfortunately, that doesn't equal great basketball. To be honest, the All-Star Game has now become hot garbage.
It's a great way of putting it. You know, not sure how to fix it, but there were some fantastic moments still tonight in Indy that were pretty fun to watch. And those were the ones that we want to relive with you. The hometown All-Star Tyrese Halliburton, fueled by the home crowd, came out on fire. Halliburton ripped the nets for 5 3-pointers in the first 4 minutes of the game. The entire Western Conference squad made just 5 3-pointers in the first quarter. Halliburton was off to a great start with 15 points in that quarter.
LeBron James playing in his record 20th NBA All-Star game. He is the king. He was a starter but only played 14 minutes and his 8 points, the second lowest he scored in an All-Star game. He scored just 4 back in 2021. But he did turn back the clock on a handful of dunks, which was fun to see.
Damian Lillard also got off to a hot start. He picked up where he left off in last night's three-point contest. He only shot threes in the first quarter. Dame made 3 first-quarter threes. Then in the second quarter, he kept it flying. 3 more in that quarter as well.
He's got another. That was the Motor Speedway flat tire. Oh, my God. Y'all see this?
And this is how he capped things off in that second quarter. Dame time in India, game-high 22 first-half points, 6 of 11 from 3, including, yes, a 50-footer. Are you kidding me?
If you're an OKC fan, they don't want to hear that. Oh, no, he didn't.
Spray with the patented move.
You know, there were a total of 106 assists in today's All-Star game. I think Trey should get one for the nutmeg on KD, basically passing it to himself for the bucket. He did have 5 points and 7 assists in the game.
In the first half, both teams combined for 193 points, the most in a half in All-Star history. And the East, 104 points in the first half, ties an All-Star record for points and a half, matching the total set by the West All-Stars in 2016.
This here is old school basketball at its finest. And when I say old school, I mean your grandpa's basketball, right? The Western Conference with the no-dribble fast break, Nikola Jokic and Luka Doncic going back and forth the whole length of the floor before Jokic goes behind the head to SGA for the finish.
It wasn't Indiana, a little Hoosiers action there. It felt like the MVP would come down to Dame and Halliburton, but a West player emerged as a candidate in the fourth quarter. Karl Anthony Towns, who scored 62 points in a game this season, scored 31 in the fourth quarter. Trying to lead a West rally, he would finish with a game-high 50 points. The East and West combined for 101 points in the fourth quarter alone.
Halliburton started strong. He finished strong. After an 18-point first half, Halliburton would knock down 4 more three-pointers. He finished 10 of 14 on three-point shooting, scored 32 points. He had 7 rebounds and 6 assists on his home court.
And Dame shooting from half court
As well. His second half-court shot of the game.
Another 50-footer for Dame? Are you kidding me? It was Dame time in India's 39 points on 11 of 23 shooting from 3 was just enough to edge out hometown favorite Tyrese Halliburton for the All-Star MVP award, a first for the Weber State legend.
And I did come into the weekend, you know, and I knew I was doing the three-point. I was like, I'm gonna come to win. You know, I ain't gonna come be casual and try to be cool about it. I'm gonna try to win it again. And I'm gonna come in the All-Star game, my first start. I know I'm gonna be on the floor a lot, and you know, I'm a vet in this game at this point. So why not try to go get an MVP? You know?
Add that MVP trophy to another piece of hardware. Lillard is taking home this weekend. Lillard won the three-point contest on Saturday. Winning both events put him in some pretty elite company. Check this out. Only he and Michael Jordan have won both a Saturday event and an All-Star Game MVP in the same weekend. Jordan, who won the dunk contest in 1988, capped it off with the All-Star MVP in Chicago Stadium. He dropped 40 points without a three-point attempt back when All-Star games were actually competitive basketball games.